All right, so let's have a look to understand how charged particles interact. So when we're looking at this sweatshirt, we see that there's positive and negative charges. We're thinking about the proton, which is that positive in that nucleus, and the electrons that are going around, which are their negative charge. The balloon also has that as well. It has some positive and some negative. Yeah? Now, do they both have equal numbers of positive and negative? Looking at it? I'm going to wait till the noise is done. I'm going to wait till the phones are away. All right. So looking at the sweater and the balloon, do they have an even charge for their objects? Yes. They do right now. They have the same number of positive and the same number of negative. Yeah. When we look at each item, not they all equal to 0 because it has the same number of protons, same number of electrons. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this balloon and I'm going to rub it against the sweater. It's getting more what? The negative, the electrons. What's happened to the sweater? It's more positive because it's lost that negative charge, hasn't it?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think is going to happen when I let go of the balloon? It's going to stick to it. So what does that tell us?
It's sticky.
Sticky. It tells us that opposite charges attract. All right. I'm going to get another balloon. I'm going to get another balloon. Now this balloon, I'm going to also rub it against the sweatshirt. Do you see how this sweatshirt here is now very, very positive? And we see how we have that balloon that's now negative? If I let it go, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to stick to the sweater as well? What happened?
It died.
What's happening?
Oh, yeah, the negative.
There's no one negative in them.
What do we see about the two negatives? Do they like each other?
No. The enemies.
They're enemies.
Fight.
So, we learned that opposite charges repel. Like charges repel. Opposite charges attract, like charges repel. All right, I'm going to add a wall.
What the hell?
This wall here, does it have a charge?
Yes.
Are those positive and negative even?
Yes.
So does it have a charge?
Yes.
No,
Oh.
because it cancels out, right? Yeah. So positive and negative are equal, so they cancel out. All right, do you think the balloon's going to stick to the wall?
Yes.
See?
Yes.
What's happening to those electrons?
It's moving away.
They're moving away, and what's left over?
The negative. Oh, positive.
The positive, all right? And let's see if the balloon's going to stick. The balloon does stick.
Yeah.
So if I have a charged object, it can interact with an uncharged object, induce a charge, which is what this is called, because you see how that's now become positive, and stick with the opposite charges.
It's like a magnet.
All right? So let's quickly write that down, and then you guys have the notes for today. So go to your book, go to your piece of paper,
Oh,
go to
that's
your book today. And we're going to write it down. All right. So, things that we have learned today is opposite charges attract. So if I have a positive and if I have a negative, those two things will attract together. So you guys should be writing this down. All right. If I have like charges, like two positives, or I have two negatives, they're going to repel. They're going to move away from each other. So, like charges repel. And the last thing we talked about was that induction of charge. So if I have, say for example, a balloon, and I rub that balloon against some felt cloth, I've made my balloon negatively charged. Now I can have a wall. Now that wall has positive and negative charge, but what I can do is the positive charges can align in that wall because the charged object induces it. So I'll write that down as our final note of the day. So charged objects can attract to non-charged objects by inducing. Do you guys know what the word inducing means?
Yep.
It means making a charge. And actually, I should capitalize that C because then that's the start of the sentence.
Yeah, we can see.
I might zoom it out a little bit. Do you guys need the stuff on the top?
No.
Or you just need that?
Just need the light.
Stuff on the bottom? All right. So make sure that's written down. Those are your notes for today. You can take a photo of it. I'm happy for that.